back to the channel. It's been, I guess, almost a full year now since I've posted anything. Just been busy, work, life, baby, stuff like that. But just getting back into things for hunting season. It is August 31st, 2024. Just wanting to do a quick season preview, kind of go over things that I've been doing, things I've been looking at, and how I've been getting ready for this upcoming season. So I kind of guess a recap of last year. Obviously no success, had a few close encounters with some decent deer, but not able to seal the deal on anything. I think I spread myself a little too thin too quickly, just with having the new baby in the house. I kind of just wore myself out, couldn't really give it my full attention, and yeah, I just didn't make it happen last year. This year I have, I think, a little more concise game plan going into things. I got a new job, so I've got to kind of work around that schedule a little bit, but I think for the most part I should be able to key in on a few areas. Speaking of last year, I went to too many spots, just chasing sign that just wasn't there. So this year, in summer, I've keyed in on 3 specific areas that I think are going to set up the best for me and where I'm at right now. All of them 30 to 40 minutes from my home in South Cudahy there. So yeah, I just kind of want to break those down. So I've been scouting all of them, hunted a couple of them last year. Bunch of scouting this summer. Started back in early July. I don't know how many miles I put down. It's been a lot. I'll call them place 1, 2, and 3. So spot 1, hunted it last year. Had a really great encounter with a buck chasing me during the rut. Horrible footage of it because I was just not ready for it. But yeah, great action out there. Did a little more scouting further back in the top side that I have access to through some private land people. A lot of open oaks through that area. This year, oaks are not dropping in that area, and it's just all corn surrounding that spot. So I went a little deeper into finding some swampy bedding, placed some cameras out. Sure enough, I have a couple decent bucks so far located out there. I'll show some pictures of those here. But really excited for this nice wide, thick 11 pointer, I believe. Who knows at this point. Hoping to sneak in there more late season. I feel like it sets up well, just with those ridges dropping down into that bottom, to hunt mid-season, end of October, early November. Spot number 2, also a spot I've hunted a fair amount in the past. Just a little bit different now. I was kind of more hunting these fringe areas, sitting next to some egg, which worked out great. I had some encounters, again, mostly on the ground, so maybe I should set up on the ground this year. We'll see. But several encounters. I never could quite seal a deal. I decided to get further in. I watched a lot Dan Infalt. Shout out to Hunting Beast. I don't know where she is, but that's fine. About just figuring out swamps and swamp bedding. So a lot of swampiness in this area. I think, yeah, all 3 areas that I've been focusing on this year. Big swamplands with some dry patches here and there. But really wanted to figure out bedding in these areas, finding those small pockets of dry land within these swamps, to try and figure out what deer are living there, how they're getting in and out, and where can I set up to kill them. It's actually where I'm going today. Kind of show you some footage of that as well. But yeah, went in with one of my buddies. His name is Alex, or Gibby. Government name is Clayton. We'll figure that out some other time. He might pop up on the channel here or there. But really excited about this spot. Have a few bucks on camera. Haven't been seeing them super consistently. But with the way this property sets up, with corn just everywhere, a few soybeans to the north, but this main swamp chunk, I feel more early mid to mid season. I'm going to be seeing some deer in there. access to this place last year was super easy for people to get in and out. I have pictures of dove hunters and Vietnamese squirrel hunters just walking through pretty carelessly, which put a lot of stuff further back, and I just never connected the pieces, honestly. But looking at it this year, access is just absolutely brutal. Nothing is mowed down at all. So I know I have that going for me, and it's corn for the access as well. So very difficult to get in, but if you can, we should have a good spot. Me and my friend Alex, we've identified a few different bedding areas where we think big bucks are living, and found some access as well. Going to check a different part of this piece we didn't check out last time we were there. I'll show you here in just a moment. Alright, coming out of this area, I just scouted that. I was really excited to see what it had in store, and it did not disappoint. Crazy amount of sign. We were in here a few weeks ago, a different part, about a half-mile away, and thought we had decent sign. Nothing compared to what we ran into here today. I'm really excited. It sets up great for any sort of north wind. West wind makes it a little iffy, just blowing back into that bedding area. But anything north, east, south, wonderful wind. Can be a morning spot, can be an evening spot. I think I'm gonna go grab the cell cam I have on this piece and move it back here. Just seeing more sign. I think it just makes more sense to slide that over here. So gonna go check out a couple other spots, but I would consider this mission a success. Spot number 3. I hunted here one time. I didn't get any footage this one time because it was just an early morning. Actually, Alex told me about this spot last moment, said, hey, I've been sitting here a lot. I've been seeing a lot of deer every time I sit in this exact location. Go check it out. So ran in, saw like a 160s wide 10-pointer, worked this edge, just couldn't lock in on him. But this is the closest place to my apartment, and so I really wanted to try and figure out what these deer are doing in this chunk of swamp, obviously. So I'm looking at this piece, looking at it, just through some aerial scouting, and just a ton of sign leading from these northern fields down through this southern swamp. And so I'm looking, I can't get to it from the side I was accessing previously last year. So I did a little more aerial scouting, found I'll call it a ritzy neighborhood. Ritzier neighborhood that butts up against this public, and I thought if I can get just one person to say yes to let me access this public through their piece, like I'm money. I'm sitting perfect. The wind would set up just right for me to slip in, slip out. This is great. So knocked on a bunch of doors. No one. Last house I knock on, no one answers. Walk away fine. Dog starts barking at me. Neighbor comes out, owner comes out, and they're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, all right, I'll just send it. Said, hey, I'm Spencer. I'm just looking to hunt this piece. I was wondering if I could access through your land. And she says, oh, absolutely. These deer gotta go. They are a problem. They eat all my flowers, all my apples. Get rid of them. And I was just like, prayers answered. Went in and scouted, placed a camera. First pick I have, pretty decent buck. Had a few others pop up as well in this one location. From what I'm seeing, they're working these fields to the north, walking through in the mornings through this river edge swamp area and all the way further down. Went even further south, found a lot of really nice bedding. Like I mentioned with Dan and Fault, these small dry islands, big oak flat buried deep in the swamp as well. Super pain to get to, but looks like there's some good sign as well. So those are my 3 spots. I'm excited. I've gotten pictures of bucks. I would shoot all 3 of them. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now.